This AI workflow creates TikTok affiliate videos automatic, and it keeps character consistency across multiple scenes, something no other tool does. By the end of this video, you'll be able to generate your character consistent multi-scene TikTok affiliate videos from a single product image. And here's the twist: it does this without manually editing scenes or hiring an actor, because the secret is in the workflow I will be showing you. I'll show you the 1-minute setup to get started, and exact settings that preserve character consistency, and how to create videos that look like real UGC. Here's exactly how it works. Let's dive in. First things first, we are gonna need to set up the Anything backend, which is the workflow. So in order for us to do that, click the first link in the description below and join the Free Builders Lab community. Once you're there, you want to make your way to the classroom section, go over to tools and resources, scroll all the way down to the find TikTok Shop AI video generator. Once you're there, scroll all the way down and click on this where it says download the Anything workflow. Just click on the download button and simply going to download the JSON workflow for us. Once you've downloaded that, you want to go over to Anything, create a blank canvas. Once you've done that, so once you've done that, just click on import from file and click on what you've just downloaded and import. So now you have this, which is the Anything TikTok Shop affiliate Anything workflow. And what you're going to do now is go through each of these green nodes and set up your nodes. For example, for the INGBB, you're going to set up this 2 nodes. For the OpenAI credentials, you're going to set up these 2 nodes. And for the File AI, you're going to set up this 2 nodes. For the File AI again, but since you've already set this up, all you have to do is just click on the credential and just set it up. Just same for here, and that's basically it. For INGBB, you can get access to your API key by simply creating an account here. And for File AI, just by going to File AI, file.ai, creating an account. And once you create an account, I believe they give you $10 in free credit, so you can use that free credit to run this workflow with me. So go through this, and once you've done that, you can come back and continue watching this video so that we'll generate a TikTok affiliate video together. What you have to do now is, in the same page that you downloaded the Anything workflow, you're going to find a link to this web app, which is the front end of the TikTok affiliate generator workflow. So if you come here, you're going to see that you're going to need an avatar image and a product image. I'm going to show you how to get both of those if you do not have any. And before we get into those, we first have to set up our webhook URL, which is basically the Anything workflow that we just finished setting up. So first of all, just click make sure it's active so that you can target it. Then go over to this webhook node, set the production URL and copy this. I simply just paste it here. So once you've pasted it, now we are gonna get the avatar image. Avatar image is basically going to be the face of your TikTok affiliates account, basically, so that it can be consistent across all your TikTok affiliates. If you do not have any avatar in mind and you'd like to create an AI generated one, you can follow through. But if you already have one, just make sure it's a clear picture and the avatar is the only person in the picture, basically, just so that it's clear and the AI can actually be consistent across multiple scenes and also other TikTok videos. So, but if you do not have that, here's how to create one for yourself. So basically, just paste this prompt which says make me a prompt that would make an AI avatar of a very realistic person. Be extremely in-depth with the prompt, and here you can also add how you'd like the avatar to be. But you can add, okay, I want the avatar to have glasses, I want it female, this kind of thing. But I'm just gonna let it be random, so just paste this at the ChatGPT and just let it generate. Copy this prompt and go over to, since you've created a File AI account, you're going to go over to the Nano Banana File AI, which you can access from this URL. Once you access it, just paste this link here and make sure you just generate one image, click on run and give it a few seconds so that it will generate the avatar for you. So once the avatar is done, you can see it just created one for us. So we can just click on download, and this is basically going to be the face of our TikTok page from now on. You can upload this profile picture of the TikTok page if you'd like. so that people will know, okay, this is the person basically. And they go to the TikToks, they can also see that, okay, this is the person too, so it aligns. So once we have those, what we're gonna need next is the product in. So typically with TikTok affiliate videos, there's a software called Kalo Data where you can get access to the trending products basically, so that the products eventually that you're making the videos for are actually trending, so you're more likely to make money from them. So you can do that by going over to the product section here, and let's choose this perfume. Once you do that, you want to click on view on TikTok, but first of all we want to copy the name. I'll show you why we're going to do that. But first of all, click on view on TikTok and you can see the perfume here. So what you would typically do is just screenshot this, or you can just screenshot the product here. There's the product. So, and once you do that, you have the product. And if you want to see examples of what the existing affiliate videos that have been made for this product, just copy the name here. Just simply go to TikTok and just paste it. And if you paste it, you can see different videos that have been made for it. And if you click on this,
do not get scammed by this Nyla. So I've seen so many people commenting saying they're getting fakes. So there's a few things you need to check. You need to make sure it opens like a book. The bottle is really heavy. It's not got a sticker on the front, it's like engraved. Got a QR code on the...
Here's a handle.
It's definitely a clean girl fragrance.
So you can see people are already doing this, and then they are earning money from it. So once you have those, you're ready to create your TikTok affiliate video. So I already have my avatar that I've chosen, and I already have my product that I want to make for. What we're going to do now is basically upload the avatar. So make sure you upload the avatar. I'm going to choose this avatar, or I might choose the one that we created. So I'm just going to choose the one that we created, and I have a product here, which is a serum by Estee Lauder. So once we have those two, we're ready to create our TikTok affiliate video. So we can simply do that by just clicking on the generate button and giving it about 10 minutes to create one. So once it's done, I'll come back to this so that we can see the full result. It's just finished, and you can see the web app gives us an option to view the video and download it. So we're going to view it now so we can see the results of the TikTok affiliate video that we just made.
If your skin looks tired by the end of the day, same. I kept waking up dull and kind of blotchy, then I grabbed this last month, Advanced Night Repair.
Watch this. The texture is like a light gel, not sticky. I press it in, cheeks, forehead, chin, and it sinks in fast.
Morning after, and my skin looks plump and calm. The little dry patches around here look soothed, and I wish I tried this sooner.
I know it's a splurge, I thought that too, but a few drops nightly and my skin just behaves. If you're on the fence, try Advanced Night Repair.
This looks really good, but in some scenes that you can see there's a bit of distortions, but you can cut those out and just use the scenes that look good. But this made a really well made TikTok affiliate video. So to give you a bit of a high level view of how this works, we have a lovable front end, which is this, which is where we basically input the avatar image and the product image, and also the webhook URL, which is where all that data will be put into a JSON and sent back to our N8N workflow, which will process that data and send them back over to this front end to basically display for us, which you can see here, and gives us an option to view and download it. So if you go to, let's go to the execution that just happened. If you scroll all the way down and check it out here, we can see that what we sent from here basically got received, and the avatar image got converted to base64, and the product image too as well, because the best way to send this image, if it's not an image URL over an API call, is to first convert it to base64 and send it over. And received it, and once they received it, we first converted the avatar image into an image URL from base64 using IMDb. We made a post request, and we also set up the credentials. Then we sent it using a form data, and we provided the variable here, and in response we got this URL, which is right here, and if you open it, you can see it's the avatar's image you uploaded in the front end, if you can remember. And we basically do the same with the product image, same endpoint, same credentials, same form data, but different variable. If you open it here, you can see it's a product image. So once it does that, we wait 10 seconds for the image to load, because IMDb sometimes takes some time for the image to kind of reflect in the database. So we give it like 10 seconds to avoid errors, because if we don't give it 10 seconds, sometimes we may run into error where this node won't be able to to load the image. And what it's loading is the product image, because what this node does is that it analyzes the product image. So it basically takes the image from its visual form into its textual form, and what we use is the GPT-4o, which is a vision model, or should I say it has vision capability, and we pass it along with this prompt. Basically says you are an expert image analyst specializing in the product imagery. You can see the prompt here. If you want to have a deeper look, you can have a look at it in your own N8N workflow, and you can see the key details that it extracts the brand name, the logo, the product name, the colors and design details, and it outputs it for us in a YAML file, which is structured data format. Because when working with AI, we would always prefer to work with structured data, because that gives us certainty rather than uncertainty. And you can see the output here, which is a YAML structure, and if we go here, we can perfectly see it. We got the brand, the description, it also got the colors in hex and stuff like that. So once we do that, we pass it along to the AI UGC creative generator. The reason why we even analyze the product in the first place is because this AI agent, so I see N8N AI agent do not have vision capabilities, so they are not able to understand, let's say, a picture. So all you have to do is first take the picture from its visual form, turn it into a description, and pass it along to the AI UGC creative director. And think of this as the brains of the whole system. This orchestrates the actions that should be taken in the video, this like where the video should be taken, the scripts of the video, and all that. It does that by following this prompt and this master guide. You can go into the master guide more in depth. I'm going to skim through it ASAP. So it starts with the persona. Obviously, it just says that you are a world-class UGC video director who has created multiple viral and highly profitable UGC campaigns. And then we have the role. It just says you will direct the UGC by providing multiple scenes of each image. So a quick handover of what this does is that, or what this output, should I say, is that it provides us with an image prompt and a video prompt. I'll explain how we use those later on, but then for each scene it will create an image prompt and a video prompt. Just think of the image prompt as a particular scene in the video, and then we use the video prompt to turn that image prompt into a video, and that is for each scene basically. And at the end we put all of the scenes together to make one big UGC video, because if you know, most video models have limitations when it comes to creating long videos, for example, that are like 30 seconds long, and if you check this video out, it's about 32 seconds. So we achieve that by creating multiple scenes and stitching them together. So, and you can see the task here will be given a product description, which is what we got from the past node, and using this product to your task is to come up with UGC video concepts. And you can see the master guide here. It goes in depth, it goes into the creator selection, the gender, the creator personality profiles, the facial features, body language, technical setup. We go as in depth as going into the camera, because that, I believe, that is the hidden secret to making this look extremely realistic. Because if you look here, this looks extremely really good. This looks really like realistic, and some people might even say this is a real. If you take this screenshot, some people would say this is a real picture. So the reason why we achieve that, or should I say the secrets to why we achieve that, is because if you tell an AI to make, let's say, a picture, you even saw with the avatar that we made, it's going to make it as polished as possible. And when you're making UGC videos, they're never polished. They are not perfect at all. So if we tell the AI to make sure that the camera that is even taking the video is not even like a DSLR camera, it's your phone camera, and it's not even the best of the best. We could be using a 17 Pro camera, but no, we're using a 12 camera, iPhone 12 camera. That's completely fine. And we also tell it it's a 1080p max. Like 4K looks too professional, so we tell it 1080p max, and then there are some compression artifacts in the video, natural color grading and stuff like that, just so that it will look imperfect and actually look realistic, because the more imperfect it looks, the more realistic it will be. After that, you go into the microphone setup, the audio quality, even the filming angles, like how like where the phone will be placed, or should I say in the tripod, or should I say in the angle of the scene. We also go to the setting, as I've told you, whether the weather the scene should be in a personal bedroom, the kitchen, the bathroom, the car interior. You can see it goes quite in depth, and then we also have the scripts too here as well. So it goes quite in depth. Then we finish it off with an output format, which is a UGC, which is a JSON template. As you can see, it gives us the image prompt here. It makes it as detailed as possible. Then we have the video prompt too as well, and then that's for the first scene, and this is for the second scene, as you can see. And on top of that, we pass it along with an example, which is this. You can see this is an example. Then at the end, we provide them with important notes like this. So if you want to have a deeper look, you can go through this yourself, but this is just a quick overview of that. And here here in the user message, we provide the product description, and in the output we receive how many items. So let's see. So okay, let's just go ahead. So here in the output, we can see basically outputted the image prompt, the video prompt as well, and here is where we split it out. So if we see, we have 4 items basically, which is 4 scenes. And let's just go back a bit. So in the AI UGC case director, we give it the OpenAI chat model, which is GPT-5, which you can see here. And then on top of that, we give it a thinking tool, because at the end of the prompt, if you scroll all the way down, you can see that we said use the thinking tool to carefully think about your approach and ensure that the final output is accurate and polished. And another tool we give is the structured output parser, just to make sure that the output of this AI agent is a JSON, because we're still using the same thought process as this product image, because we always want to use structured data. It just makes everything easier. So we split out the nodes into 4 different items, so that all the 4 different items can work in their own separate threads, for example, and they will work parallel at each other, so that nothing is delayed and then they're all getting generated. So as you can see here, once you split it out, it turns into 4 items, which means there are 4 different threads here. And we first create the image scene from the image prompt using Nano Banana, which is also known as Gemini 2.5 Flash. So, and we use File AI, which is an AI aggregator platform that you can access not just the Nano Banana image model, but other image model and video models too as well. And it's all under one unified API. So coming back to this node, we make a post request to the File AI endpoint. We provide our credentials, meaning pass on the header obviously, and then in the JSON body is where we provide the prompt. You can see the prompt is that says basically, based on the JSON below, generate a UGC style image, and then the image prompt. This is basically all we got from our UGC director. And then we also provide it with importance nodes. This importance nodes is basically what makes this TikTok Shop affiliate generator stand out from any other different tool. So we make sure when creating image, apply basic physics and realistic behavior. Also use a tripod if the character needs to use like both of their hands, because sometimes what this AI does is like create 3 hands, and that is not realistic. But make sure the tripod is visible. So all this came from testing back and forth, because sometimes it might put a tripod there, but then you can tell the video is being made from a tripod, but then because it's a mirror, you're meant to see the tripod. But in normal times, like in usual times, you're not meant to see the tripod, but because it's a mirror, you're meant to see the tripod. But if the AI generates the video, in most cases you don't see the tripod, so it's just a phone hanging on its own. So we have to make sure that there's a tripod. And you can go more into depth with this, and you can see avoid any visual distortions like extra limbs and extra hands. And this is where we provide both the avatar image and the product image, so that it will end up creating a still scene image for us using the Nano Banana. And this is what we pass in, which is basically one of the items. And in response, we get the status of the request, which means it's in queue, which means it's getting processed, and we have the queue position, which is 1. So, and you can see for the other items, so it's 4 items. So the first item is Q1, second item Q0, Q0, Q0. As I've told you, all this happened in parallel. And then after that, we just check the request. We wait for 5 minutes, because when it comes to anything graphical, video and image models take way longer compared to like text generation models. We just give it 5 minutes so that it will generate, and then check the status using the File IQ status checker. We provide our credentials, and then what we provide in order for us to make sure that we are getting the right status of our request is this request ID, which we get if we make a request, which is right here. So you can see each one has a request ID, and we pass the request ID here, and then we get that it's all completed, which means it's all done. So that we have this switch case statement, which is like an if else statement, which basically checks if the request has been completed or not. If the status says completed, which means it's completed, it's going to put us in the image completed branch. However, if it's not, in other cases it would say in progress or in queue, as I've showed you when it made the request. It would put us in the image still progress branch, which it would loop with for 5 minutes, check the status again, and finally decide if it's done based on the status. If it's done, it will put us in the image completed branch, which is this, and then we get the final image serial results. So we make a get request using the same request ID, we provide our credentials, and then we can see the results here. So if we open up this image in new tab, we can see this created the still seen image, and this looks extremely realistic. So, and it has done for the other 4 items, for the other 4 scenes. So now that we have the image scene, what we do next is that we create the video scene from the image scene, and we use the brand new Veo 3.1 model. You might ask, why am I not using the Sora 2 model? The reason is because Sora 2 has a lot of restrictions, so you can't just provide a photorealistic image with Sora 2 and generate a video scene from it. That is just not possible because of the restrictions OpenAI put on that model. We'd have to use other video models, which good enough but not as good as Sora 2, because Sora 2, I would say, in my opinion right now, is the best video model. So we create the video scene, we make a post request to the Veo 3.1 endpoint, we provide credentials, the headers, and then the prompt here, which you can see it just says turn this image into a video based on the JSON prompt below, which is the JSON, which is the video prompt that the AI UGC creating director made. And you can see this is the JSON prompt, and then it has also been reformatted so that it would it wouldn't cause any JSON errors. So, and along with that, we pass important notes, which basically says is the same as the image prompt when creating the image scene. It just says important notes when creating videos, apply realistic physics, and all of these notes were observed from multiple testing done before basically making this the final product. So this, which is why testing is always important in order for it to be good, which is why I said this, there is nothing like this currently. This is really good. So once you provide it with the prompt, you provide it with the image URL, which is this, and then it turns this into a video. I'll show you how that does. So as I've told you, we're still working with 4 threads, which are working all in parallel. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, which are 4 different scenes. And then we wait 6 minutes. One thing about the graphical models is that the video models take way longer than the image models. The image models might take even under a minute, but the video models sometimes take 2 minutes or 3 minutes, depending on how in-depth the video is. So wait 6 minutes, and then we check the status of the request. The same when we do it for the Nano Banana request. We use the request ID, and then we get our status, which all says it's completed, and you can see the inference time. This took 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, an average of 1 minute basically. And if we were to go back and check the inference time, this took 12 seconds, 12 seconds, 11 seconds, 11 seconds. So you can see the difference I was telling you. So now we go to the switch, the if else, which works like an if else statement, which checks the status of the check status of request, and if it's completed, we get put on the video completed branch. If not, we get put on the the video still in progress branch. In this case, it's completed, so we put on the video completed branch. If not, we would have to loop, wait for 6 minutes, check the request, and determine if it's completed or not. In this case, it's done, so we are in the video completed branch. Then we check the video scene. So we get the video scene from the File AI backend. We provide a request ID, and if we were to open this, we get an MP4 video URL,
If your skin looks tired by the end of the day, same. I kept waking up dull and kind of blotchy, then I grabbed this
Get you, this looks really good. So we get all the 4, which as I've told you, they all work in parallel. Then since we are done with individually going through each, like let's say like the 4 items going through each on their own threads, what we do is we use this aggregates node to put everything back together, basically bring all the 4 threads into one single thread. So we use this aggregates node and basically puts all of these 4 items into one single item, which you can see here, which is an array called data. And then we use that array to basically merge all the videos into one scene. That is why we merge it into one branch, because now we're going to need all of the 4 branches in one branch for this execution. So we make a post request to the FFmpeg API, which merges the videos. We provide our credentials, headers, and then the JSON body that we provide is basically a video URL, an array of video URLs, which is a stringed array of video URLs, which you can see here, which are 4 different video URLs of the 4 different scenes. We make the target FPS 60, and then we make the resolution and portrait, which what most UGC videos are TikToks on 16:9, and then we get our status and our request ID. We wait for 3 minutes because this doesn't take as long, and then after that we check the status of that request, and then you can see it says completed, and then the inference time was like 16 seconds, which is a bit longer than what the image model did, but way shorter than the video model. And then same logic as the other 2 requests, we check the switch case statement, and then it says completed, which would be a video completed bunch. If not, we would have to loop. And then after that we get the merge results, which if we open here, we will can get that, which is exactly the same as what we have in our front end. So after that we basically send that back, and we respond to the webhook that was initially made here, and it gets displayed for us here and gives us an option to view, download the video. What we have here is a cost breakdown table. You break down the components that the workflow uses, which you can see here. We use IMGBB, we use 2 OpenAI nodes, we use Nano Banana, we use Veo 3.1, and we also use FFmpeg for merging the video scenes. So we've broken them down here, and the description too as well. The cost to create one video, that's between 3 to 5 scenes, because that's the average I think you should be aiming at. And you can see here IMGBB is free. GPT-4 Vision will cost you about $0.01. GPT-5, which for the creative director, will cost you about $0.05, and then Nano Banana will cost you, depending if it's 3 to 5 video scenes. So for 3 it will cost you about 12 cents. For 5 scenes it will cost you about 20 cents, so within 12 to 20 cents. And then for Veo 3.1 it's gonna cost you about $3.60 for 3 scenes, or $6 for 5 scenes. And then FFmpeg is about 0.03, which is very cheap. So to create one video with about 3 to 5 scenes, which this video that we made was about 4 scenes I think. So yeah, it was 4 scenes. So it would cost us within $3.78 to $6.26. If you look at the cost to hire a UGC creator, it would cost way more than this. And if you look at how, for example, the TikTok affiliate videos blow up, and you get paid affiliate commissions, because for some products like 5%, 10%, and then up to 20%. So you can run the math and see how this would be of quick ROI for you if you were to run this. Now you can create multi-scene character consistent TikTok affiliate videos automatically, saving yourself hours on recording and manual editing. And this workflow turns a single product image into a professional looking video without the stress of extra tools. If you want to take it even further, join the Builders Lab community. You get access to 50 plus ready to use templates like this one's, live calls with me to ask any questions you'd want, and a network of other builders sharing workflows just like this. All the details are in the first link in the description. And if you want a custom solution built for your business, click the second link to make an inquiry with my agency, which is the Fiction AI. Now go and create your next TikTok affiliate video and start scaling effortlessly. See you in the next one.